Hi, thanks for joining me. So, today I just wanted to make a video. This is going to be a pickups video. I don't have quite as much stuff as I might normally, but I just felt like doing something, so this is what I'm doing. All games this time, no anime, and there's definitely some really cool stuff in here. For starters, we have Dead or Alive 4 for the Xbox 360. This is a game that I have a lot of fond memories of playing, a series that I have a lot of fond memories of. I really enjoyed the second one on the Dreamcast. That was just a great early Dreamcast title, really fun to play with friends. Dead or Alive 3, I remember playing at my friend's house. Same with this one. I didn't actually own this one, but he had it, and we just had a lot of fun with it. If I remember correctly, this is the one that you can play as Master Chief in, I think. I don't see that featured anywhere on the box, but you can see maybe or not. I got this at pre-owned at GameStop. I was trawling for some cheap games there, so that was a cool find. Next up is Natural Doctrine. This is a game that, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I was tweeting out, screenshots here and there, and just some little things about this as I was playing. I hope you guys enjoyed those, and just so much fun. I really, really enjoyed this game, and my review impressions video is not quite ready for this, but XCornMuffinX did a video. I pretty much agree word for word with everything that he said. I think my impressions are going to be a little bit different. I think I have my own thoughts on it, but definitely a very, very similar experience to him. Really had a lot of fun. I didn't quite get the gold trophy that you'll get for beating the game if you don't lose any characters. But anyway, I'll have full impressions of this coming up soon, so I hope that you're looking forward to that. Next up, PlayAsia had a sale, and I tweeted that out as well. I don't like to go in for sales, all the time, but this just seemed too good to pass up. There's definitely a lot of PlayStation 3 gen stuff, especially from Japan, that I really wanted to check out, and I just, for a while there, wasn't necessarily importing those particular games. So I got a handful here, a stack of them. The rest of these are all games that I got from that sale. The first one is Calabria Blaze. Now, if you guys watch my other videos, you'll have already seen my impressions review of this game. If you want to take a look at that for further information, please do, but suffice to say, this is a vertical shooter, shoot 'em up, and I really had a lot of fun with this. Just definitely very accessible. It just has a cool art style, music, visuals, the gameplay. It's just really solid. This is made by Moss, who are the current developers of the Raiden games, and I think they did a great job with this. Just a very interesting side project of theirs. Next up is another game that XCornMuffinX has talked about before. And probably it was because of his review of this that I really wanted to check it out. That game is Zillions of Enemy X. So all I know about this is a Nipponichi developed game, I believe, and it's based on a real collectible card game. Thankfully, it's nothing like Eye of Judgment, where you actually have to collect the collectible cards to play it. Although that actually seemed like a really interesting idea. But this is a card game playing game, I guess. And I've played maybe one or two of those before, and I kind of like them. I sort of liked playing real collectible card games before, so I'm very interested in checking this out. Just really wanted to see what it was like. The art style and everything looks really cool, so hoping that I'll enjoy that one. That one's still sealed. I haven't cracked that open yet. Next one is another one that I haven't really checked out yet, but this is, it's got a really long title. I don't know if I know the whole thing, but it's Moe Moe Daisenso Gendai Bon plus plus. So it's kind of a mouthful, but this game is it's by System Soft, so it's essentially like the Daisen Ryaku games. I don't know if you guys remember, I picked up Daisen Ryaku 7, I think, for the PlayStation 2 not so long ago. I haven't played much of that, or really any of it, I guess. But this one just seemed too cute. It's like a Moe Moe version of of Daisen Ryaku, basically. So you're talking, you know, a big tactical strategy RPG. In fact, they don't give you much of an impression of it on the back. But, you know, I have a feeling this is kind of like some of those other anthropomorphized, like, military weapons into cute girls style of game, just with, like, that Daisen Ryaku gameplay. So, Daisenso, Moi Moi, Daisenso, Gendaiban ++. Very interested in taking a look at that one. We'll see what I think. Just as a side note, too, this is a best of version. I kind of like how it just has a little seal on it there. You know, it maybe mars the cover of it a little bit, but I think it's pretty non-intrusive. Next up is Dunamis 15. This looks like a really intriguing kind of, well, I guess specifically it's called a suspense fiction adventure. So definitely a visual novel style game here. This is another one by 5PB, and they are the people that brought us what do they call it? Their science adventure series, which is basically Chaos Head, Steins Gate, and Robotics Notes. And I believe the recently announced Chaos Child, I think, is another one that's going to be coming up. So that's been a really exciting series, very successful. I've really liked the anime for Chaos Head and Steins Gate. In fact, Steins Gate's one of my absolute favorite animes of all time. But I haven't really dived into Robotics Notes yet, and I haven't played a lot of the games, so I'm really curious to check out what they're like. This is the first, I guess, in a side series of suspense-oriented games, and that's as much as I know about it. You can see here there's, you know, it looks very, I don't know, like crime, mystery sort of oriented, and just lots of blood. There's like some guy getting shot, and then there's like a girl with a chainsaw and blood everywhere, and just, you know, it looks pretty graphic. It looks pretty intense. I might only be able to play this in small bursts or not at all, and depending on how hard the Japanese is, you know, I may enjoy this more or less, but definitely looking forward to checking that one out. And finally, this is the last game and the last one in my batch from that PlayAsia sale. We have this one here, Touchy Shio Love Application, or Love Application. This is a Compile Heart Selection, so this is sort of like another best of version, and it's, you know, again, pretty innocuous. I don't know if the original had this white border or not. Maybe that was added for the best of, but I think it looks nice, and I've tried this game out. I've been playing it a little bit. It's pretty cool so far. It reminds me of White Album. The gameplay is very White Album. Definitely the music isn't as good, but I've been enjoying what I've played so far. It seems pretty intriguing, and I think it actually might be, in some ways, a little more fun to play than a game that is a little bit more kind of predictable and structured and linear, because it seems like a lot of the scenes are rather highly randomized. So you can't really just go through this with a guide and just follow it, you know, word for word. You kind of need to play this on your own to a certain extent, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I managed, you know, once I figured out the gameplay, to make it through White Album on my own, and I really enjoyed it. This, I think, similarly, you know, the Japanese isn't too hard. There are definitely some words I want to look up now and then, or some things I don't quite understand, but for the most part, I'm able to enjoy this and get the jokes and, you know, the characters' personalities, and it's pretty fun. There are basically 4 main heroines here, and you also have this telephone mechanic as part of the touch portion. So you have a Y-phone, and you're using that to, basically you're essentially using the video game's version of Siri to go ahead and, like, get information. Like, basically it has an app that says, we will match you up with your perfect you know, person, your perfect companion. And so it chooses these 4 girls out of his school as all potential candidates to be like the perfect girlfriend for you. So so you then use that application to go around and you know, find them and talk to them. And seriously, the gameplay is exactly like White Album, sort of aside from that premise. And then on the phone itself, you can bring it up at the end of the day, and sometimes you have the option to, call one of the girls, or you receive an email message, or you can go to their profiles and you get these like 3D models of the characters, and they'll actually like say things and like interact with you a little bit, and you can like touch them and poke them and stuff, and it's just sort of silly, but you can like dress them up in different outfits and stuff like that, and they'll be like, oh, does this make me look cute? And it's kind of weird, but it's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm curious to play more of this and see what it's like. This is developed by Tamsoft, actually, of kind of, a lot of D3 games. They developed One-chan-bara. More recently, I believe they did the Senran Kagura games and the like Neptunia Action U game that was based on that, and a lot of stuff. So another thing that they did was the Neptunia, what do you call it? The PP, Producing Perfection. And it was funny because I actually noticed that they had reused one of the background images from here in Producing Perfection. So it was just interesting to see those little a little bit of asset reuse between this game and that one. But as suffice to say, I'm really curious to check that out some more. And those are my games. I hope that this was enjoyable. Definitely please go ahead and follow me on Twitter, just Playongo. Definitely enjoying tweeting out on there and interacting with people. So sometimes I don't do that the way that I'd like to, but I'd like to do that a little bit more. And please comment. Please subscribe if you like what you see. And I hope you'll join me again for more anime and video game related videos. Thanks for watching.